All right, here's a little demo to at least help you set it up. So this is the sprayer, and these are 2 tips. The one that you're going to use is this one. I've honestly never used this one. This one is going to give you a fine finish. So, tip, this part holds the paint. It holds about a quart. And then this is the sprayer. It's electric. So when you're filling this paint up, you want to fill it to about, I don't know, here-ish, about a ½ inch below this bevel here. And then to help spray, you can put a little bit of water in here to dilute it. It's about, you know, this much. And then stir it up really, really, really good. That'll help atomize the paint to come out smoother and faster so it doesn't clog up and get thick in there. So, and all the paint you have can be diluted with just water. You don't need paint thinner. So after you have this filled with the paint, this goes in. This is a filter. This goes in there, and then just twist it on. And then this part goes on the end, and you have to, it kind of rotates on there. So turn it to the side, the big side facing towards you. Put it on, and then you'll see this, it clicks into place right here. So then, see if I can turn it on. Okay, so there's 2 clicks. The first click is just air. So I told you not to put your hand in front of it because I was nervous that you were gonna pull the trigger completely and shoot paint into your hand. But if you pull back once, that's just air. And then if you pull back twice, it releases the paint. So actually, when you first start, you have to pull it just once and let the air run through it, let the air get through the paint for it to start up and to build pressure. Then after, I don't know, 30 seconds or a minute of just the air, then try to pull back again to release the paint. It's loud. And then 2 other things I want to show you, maybe 3 things. This back here is the air pressure. Just always keep it at 12. You don't have to mess with this. This you don't have to mess with either. This just locks all this in place. You don't have to mess with that. This part here is how much paint you're going to release. This you might want to adjust depending on your comfort level of how much paint is coming out. So it's a 1 to 10 dial, and I would say to start, just put it at a 9. That's like medium paint amount of paint coming out. And then this here is how wide you want your fan of paint. So it looks like you'll be able to spray a lot of trim in here. So I would just put it on the narrow spray. This is wide, this is narrow. Put it on the narrow spray. You can even, since you're not worried about the carpet or the wall, you can try the wider spray if that's working better. But this is, one of these is gonna give you like almost a dot like a 1-inch dot. And the other one is gonna give you about a 4-inch span. So you can leave the paint in here all day if you need to. You don't have to clean it out every time you stop. Just make sure that you clean it out at the end of the day. Or if obviously you're changing colors, you want to clean it out. And so it's going to be hard to show you how to clean it out because obviously there's no paint in there, but I'll just do the best I can with nothing in it. So again, to take this off, you're going to pull this this is the clip, I guess. Pull this down and turn it to take it off. All right, and then take this out. This is so easy. This is the easiest part to clean. Again, all your paint is water-based. You just need soap and water. I would pour whatever's left in here back in the can, or the paint can. And now this part is where it gets a little bit tricky because there is paint all up in this that needs to come out. So this comes off. This comes off. And so I think, well, I don't have my little brush, but if you could find a pipe cleaner somewhere, or maybe get one at the store. I don't have it in the case, but just basically just a small brush is supposed to go in here and clean this out. And then this tip comes off. So I think this part will actually be pretty clean. But just scrape off anything you can. You can tell there's a little bit of paint residue on there. That's okay. This part comes off. It's important to take this off. It's just hard because normally I use like a butter knife or something, but it comes off. Here's something else that's important to keep in mind. There is a clear plastic ring inside here. If that falls out, the machine will not work. So it's okay to leave it in there when you're cleaning it. Just make sure that when you're cleaning it, that ring does not fall out. And then there's the orifice. You can see the little hole right here. Just make sure that there's no paint stuck in there when you clean it. That has to be clear or paint will not come out. And then the last piece to clean, this will not have paint in it, but this part will in here. So again, with this hopefully pipe cleaner that you find, just, brush all in there, run water through the whole thing, in there too, that it's all connected. So just make sure that this whole part inside is clean. And then put it back together, which is, I guess, the other hard part if you don't know what you're doing, but it basically just goes together like a key. So this goes on top. There's a big lip here and a smaller lip here. I think the bigger lip goes on top, but we will find out as soon as I get the other piece. So just push that on. And then, I haven't done this in a while. So remember the big lip and the little lip. So that is also on this part. So just make sure that the big lip goes to the big receiver on this tip. Oh, and I just saw that the little lip goes on top. So I'm just gonna spin it around. And I know that because this thing is supposed to be on top, not on the bottom. I forget what that does. But if I don't remember, hopefully it's not important. Oh, that's right. That part is connected to the part that that adjusts the fan width for you. That's right. Okay. So this part here fits over this black piece. It's hard to do it in the camera. But after it's all together like that, then you just twist it on. Right? Sorry, I think you might have to hold this. Okay, so hold the, it seems like it's working better if I hold this black part of the tip and then spin the red part. Yeah, there we go. So you have to make sure that that is nice and tight. There we go. Okay. So yeah, this black piece will move on you and it's gonna feel like it's not going on. So just make sure that you keep the black piece vertical as you're tightening this red piece. All right, so the tip's back on. This goes back on. This is a gasket, I think, yeah. So just when you put that on, just push it up in there. And it's ready. Again. Spin that on. That's it. Don't post this on YouTube. Hope that helps.